Devin O'bannon, audio engineer, producer, songwriter, vocal arranger, just all around musical guy. That's me.
Dope. So how did you get to know Kennis, and what was your involvement with the project AWOL?
Kennis I met back in 2014. I just moved here to California, and he actually just moved in as well. We linked up through a mutual friend of ours, and so we linked up, started talking music, and it kind of all started from there. Like, we sat down and had our first session, and we clicked. Like, everything was right. So it's just like, yo, like, you know, it's good to have somebody you can vibe with in the studio, and so kind of just built a relationship from there. It's been good.
So what drew you to work on AWOL specifically with Kennis? Like,
I mean, AWOL was kind of the development of Kennis, and so being able to get to know who he was in and out of the studio, because we got a dope vibe. He's like my brother, and so kind of to see his walk change of who he is and who he's become was real. And so when he brought up the whole project of AWOL and his mindset and his goals as far as him growing in his music, I was like, I had to be a part of it. One, he's a great artist, great vocalist, great writer. He just has a great mind for music, and so being a part of that is like a no-brainer for me.
Antonio Fresco, DJ, producer, artist, and frozen yogurt aficionado.
Good to know. So, what was your involvement with Kennis and AWOL, the project?
So I produced a couple records on the project. We started out with a whole bunch of records, but kind of like really wanted to pick the best ones, you know, because like in a perfect world, you like to make everything as dope as possible.
So what really, at first, when you first met Kennis, so that was back in 2014, right?
Yeah, I met Kennis through a mutual friend who I worked with back when I was living in Dallas. And she, you know, I reached out to her when I first got to LA, because, you know, when you come out to LA, you're like, everybody's like, I don't know anybody. And, you know, she was one of the few people I did know from LA, and she was like, yo, I really think you should work with this artist, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, come on, like, for real. And she's like, no, for real, you should work with him. We actually met up through another friend who was like, yo, I'm going to check out my homie. And then I was like, oh, wait, you know, putting two and two together or whatever. So we ended up exchanging, and then we ended up, like, actually, I would send him, you know, a couple records, and he'd be like, nah. And then at the time, we were, like, artistically just on two different polar opposites, you know, like, he was, like, really in the R&B. I was up here doing this old obscure EDM thing, and it was like, it's not really clicking yet. But then it was like, time passed by, and we stayed in contact, of course, and then we worked on a remix, and then it got a little bit better, and then it was like, it started to gel, and then all of a sudden, it was like, I think I sent the record to him, and he's like, yo, I really like this. And so I was like, okay, let's work on the record. And for me, it was an exciting time, too, because it was like, you know, finding people that you really can click with. You know, you come across a lot of artists in LA, but the ones that you can click with, that's when the magic really happens, and it's like, oh, let's run with that. You know, so that's really when it kind of locked in.
I'm very excited about this project. I'm very excited to release it and to let it saturate into the world, and hopefully it inspires some people to push the edge, to get out of some boxes, to bend the rules a little bit in your artistry. So I just want to thank DJ Antonio Fresco, my guy Devin O'Bannon, Alex, Scott, Sarah Olea, everyone who was involved into the project, a few DJ friends overseas, Dunes, Raider, you guys are awesome, Diamond Productions, you two as well. So just look out for the project. I hope you love it. I hope your family loves it. I hope it touches you in a special way. Yeah, so thank you for riding with me. Thank you for being with me on this journey. And look out for the new project, AWOL, Kennis Clark.